I am the adrenaline junkie Jamie Flash.
And I am the Teenage Dynamo, Xander Palmer.
We are the Teenage Trailblazers and you're watching Cheap Shot Entertainment.
Friend! Oh, new friend! Oh, friend! Please be my friend! Oh, friend!
Hello and welcome once again to Cheap Shot Entertainment. You are the Cheap Shot Nation, and as ever, I am your host, Luke, and I am here today with my nephew, Martin.
Hello.
And we're going to take you through everything that happened in Aspire Wrestling Alliance show taking place at the Kirkhallam Community Centre on the 19th of January. It was a cracking show, and like I say, we're going to take you through everything that happened. We've also got the intro that you've just seen was done by the Teenage Trailblazers. Thank you very much, boys, for that. And yeah, we're just looking to make a name for Aspire, or promote the good name for Aspire, for the good work that they do. So like I say, this took place on the 19th of January, and we've got about 6-7 matches to go through, so we'll get straight into that. In the meantime, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and enjoy the video.
So the first match of the evening was Arthur Kane, and he was against From the Fallen, Anthony Striker, or just Striker.
Could just be Striker.
Yeah. And right.
Crowd favourite here is definitely Arthur Kane. Big response for him. The Anthony Striker, or just Striker as he is known, definitely not a fan favourite in this one. Comes out wearing red paint, he looks a bit devilish, and there's a little bit of intimidation to start the match, isn't there? There's a bit of a face off. Trying to get the crowd going. Arthur Kane jumps on the rope. What happened?
Everyone cheered.
And what happened when Striker jumped on the rope?
Everyone booed.
Very pantomime-ish this time of year is professional wrestling, but that's why we love it. That's why we love going. Oh yes, it is.
Oh yes, it is.
Audience participation is also a very big part of professional wrestling, and why we love it as well. But the match was quite even throughout. Striker getting the best of the early exchanges after some a little bit of cheating you can expect from a heel character in wrestling, but Arthur Kane does manage to come back quite successfully. There's even...
Ladies and gentlemen, please, in the audience, can you have your phones off?
Hiya. Oh, sorry.
There's even some fighting out in the audience, isn't there?
Yes.
So they fight outside the ring for a good couple of minutes, and the match so far is really entertaining. Never fail to be entertained by Aspire Wrestling Alliance. Those guys and girls do a very, very good job. But the match ends how?
Arthur Kane went for his finisher, but he didn't quite go to plan. Striker managed to reverse it. Then he went for a different finisher, and he managed to hit it.
Yeah.
I think it was like a body slam.
Yeah, it was a CM Punk go to sleep type manoeuvre. It gets him in a fireman's carry and knees him to the face, basically. So a bit of a variation on that, but yeah, your winner in this match for the first match of the evening was Arthur Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very pleased for Arthur Kane. I really like his character. Love his wrestling style. Striker's really good as well when he gets together with Azrael. They form a formidable tag team, but we see Azrael later in a different singles match rather than a tag team match, which is interesting, because I've never seen these two guys separate before in the ring. I've always seen them as tag team. So yeah, really good match to start the night, and the crowd is very hot for this one. So we're looking forward to bringing you everything that happened in the second match.
Hi!
Hello.
Second match
Brilliant.
at Aspire Wrestling Alliance.
Second match. What is the second match? Oh, it's a handicap match.
And, well, I don't think it was supposed to be to start with.
No,
I think it was supposed to be
yeah.
a tag team match.
Jacob Page was supposed to have a tag team partner. He decided they didn't need one, and who would argue with him? Because he wouldn't be able to hear because he's got a bra on his head. So
Ear protectors. The reason he has ear protectors is because he's so loud he has to protect his own ears when he shouts no. We've skipped a whole stack here. Look, you're here right
really
now.
like
I've
Jacob
looked
Page,
at all this.
But anyway, Jacob Page is going against the Teenage Trailblazers, which comprise of
Jamie Flash, the adrenaline junkie, and Xander Palmer, the teenage dynamo. Both very young, up and coming. I think these guys are only about 15, aren't they? Something like that.
That's impressive.
But you can see where they are now if you go and watch the show. Wait and see where they're going to be in some years' time.
Yeah, so, yeah, and again, another really, really good match. I was kind of expecting the 2-on-1 situation to play out. It didn't. Jacob Page is just a really big guy, and he's really difficult to take off his feet.
Oh, but we've also forgot the awesome entrance. Jamie's idea of awesome entrance.
Oh yeah, the awesome entrances. Everyone go, whoa, and they just got in.
He got in normally. Xander didn't. Xander did a whole jumping in.
Yeah,
roly
he did the jumpy roly thing.
The jumpy roly thing.
But yeah, the awesome entrance. Hashtag
Awesome entrance.
I'll put that
can we have that as like a... Let's get that started. Hashtag awesome entrance, especially for Jamie.
Yeah, we'll do that next time for you, Jamie, definitely.
But Jacob brings his sign in, like he normally does. And the boys was prepared with their own Sharpie.
Yeah, they did. He's not the only one that can use a Sharpie. They had their own sign.
They did. Sander went and pulled them out, didn't he, from under the ring.
That's the signs, by the way.
That's the signs. It's just lowered the whole tone of Cheap Shot.
Lower the tone?
Lower the
Never.
tone.
Never.
It's not me that does that, anyway.
Pulls the signs out from under the ring. What did one of them say?
I think it said, "This is a sign." Oh, no, hang on. I have a sign too. That was it.
That was
no,
it.
I have a sign. And then Jamie said, "Me too."
Me too. Yeah. So really, really good play on Jacob Page's character, really, because he always comes out with a sign. It's always a sign, and eventually Jacob Page does rip the sign in half, of which we got a bit of it. So we held up the sign, or more specifically, Martin held the sign up, and we got a bit of a cheer. Yeah. From Jamie, which is cool.
We did, but yeah, and then the match starts. The boys did really well, to be fair, against Jacob Page. They was constantly on him, but these boys have got a big advantage over Jacob Page, and that is they are fast.
Yes.
You know, they are very fast.
It was very much speed over strength, the immovable object, so to speak, in Jacob Page.
I mean, they did chops on him. There was, talking about chops, my goodness, Jamie, I think my hand is still broken. Where he came out doing high fives first, and I was like, I'm going to high five. And
he's got
my
a good
hand
high five
fell off.
on him, definitely.
So, but that hand chopped Jacob Page, and he didn't flinch.
No.
I was sitting on my... Well, I got ice on my hand, and Jacob was like, bring it on.
And he returned the favour, if I remember rightly, as well.
Yeah,
taking Jamie out in one chop.
He ended up very red-chested. Poor boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and Xander took Jacob into the corner. He was, getting on him.
Great tag team chemistry between the Teenage Trailblazers.
There was drop kicking him. They was doing everything really to try and get Jacob down.
They did get him down onto his back, I think, at one point.
I think they did.
As well.
I think that's the thing.
Didn't last very long, but
no. But when you watch matches like this in any professional wrestling program, when you've got a big guy against a little guy, it is guy down, because that is the only way you're going to get on
Take
top
out the
of that
legs.
match.
Sweep the legs.
Take the legs, yeah.
Sweep the legs. Watch Karate Kid. Sweep the leg.
Wax off, wax on.
What a cheap shot.
Yeah. Oh, and then Jacob pushes Xander into the corner and he falls on the floor, and Jacob stands on Xander.
Oh yes. Putting all of his weight down on poor Xander Palmer. Don't know how he even managed to get out of the ring after this match, because that would absolutely crush me, literally.
And while all this was happening, you've got Jamie on the side. Really, he can get the best in the audience, making the audience all shout. He's very good with interacting with the crowd and getting you like yes and shouting for Xander. But everyone was behind these two boys. How can you not be? They're lovely. They're
brilliant. They really are. Like I say, good tag team chemistry. I can see big things for these two boys in the future.
Yeah.
But the match ends, unfortunately, with a huge splash from Jacob Page.
I think it was on to Jamie.
I think he was on to Jamie. But
apologies, boys, if it wasn't. But I think it was on to Jamie.
I'm sure if it wasn't on to Jamie, he'll tell us.
He will.
Because he probably wouldn't want to remember that if it happened. Splash. There's no way Jamie's kicking out of this, to be fair. Xander is out of the picture at this point as well, so there's no chance of him saving it.
Yeah.
Jacob Page gets the win.
Yeah.
After the squash.
The squash.
The squash. The splash. Splash squash.
You see, I think Jacob Page is quite cool too.
I think Jacob Page
is brilliant.
Is decent.
He's funny.
He uses his size to his advantage, and he's definitely got a really good character coming out to hail to the chief, and he's the right honourable Jacob Page. He is very honourable. There's no cheating whatsoever going off in the ring.
For those of you that was there, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those of you that wasn't, you missed a great night. Jacob Page playing King Herod in the Nativity.
Oh,
you missed it. It was brilliant. It was so good.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Anyway, that's that match. We're going to move on to match 3, and we'll have 2 different people doing that match. So
maybe
stay on the edge of your seat.
Unless it's one of the matches I want to do, then it'll be me again. And hi, and this is your our 3rd match of the night, if I've done my maths right. Guest ring announcer for this one, our very own Kyle Gibson came in to announce this match between 2 amazing wrestlers. The first, Anonymous. I like Anonymous. What do you think to them? Don't you? Oh, I love them, and I love to see Anonymous and Purge together. I just think they're fantastic tag teams, and so mysterious. Who's behind that mask? Ooh. And he was against the vicious one, Jordan Lee. Honestly, I'll do this by myself, shall I then?
Yeah, I'm going to be quiet.
So, Jordan Lee, absolutely awesome. Crazy, a bit crazy, but that's his character. That's him. That's him. As soon as he comes out of the tongue. He has a hole on his tongue.
Yeah, from when he had a...
From when he had a what?
Piercing on his tongue. He's got a hole.
Have you got a piercing on your tongue, Jordan? Ah.
He takes it out and he's got a hole.
I see, I've never noticed.
Demi and Rihanna told me.
Okay, you've heard it here. Demi and Rihanna told her Jordan Lee's got his tongue pierced.
Yes.
I'm going to ask him next time we see him.
Yeah, but when he sticks his tongue out, you just look at him and go, you got a piercing? I even saw it myself. Yeah.
Right, so we've gone from talking about this amazing match between Anonymous and Jordan Lee to talking about tongue piercings. Only on Cheap Shot Entertainment can that happen. Eh? So,
not funny anymore.
It's not funny, yeah, no it was. Jordan Lee comes in, Anonymous has got this mask that he comes into the ring, takes off to reveal another mask.
It's V for Vendetta mask.
Vendenema. V for Vendenema mask.
V for Vendeman.
Vendetta.
That's it. Yes.
So.
And I watched it. Or have I?
No, you weren't to watch.
You wouldn't have watched it. You really were.
Sounds less painful than a vendetta.
It does. Hopefully you've not watched it because it is actually on my recording. So hopefully she's not gone in my bedroom and watched it. It is. So yeah, he takes off this mask to reveal his other mask. Jordan Lee comes out. This mask is on the rear side of the ring, so he takes it and puts it on and starts sort of taking the mickey out of Anonymous a little bit. Anonymous just sat there. I don't think he was very chuffed, was he?
No, he just was like looking at him like...
Yeah. But the thing is, we can't...
No, because when he took it, it was like...
But we can't tell if he's chuffed or not because we can't see his face. We don't know who he is.
Who are you? What have you come for? Get out of my shot. This is my shot. Get out of the way. Need a wee-wee.
Yeah, the match. You've got two very athletic guys here fighting each other. Jordan gets a back elbow knocked on the floor from Anonymous. They end up outside the ring, don't they? Jordan's doing his best to pull the mask off. Loads of audience shout. I mean,
pull the mask off.
Yeah. Was there any point through this match where there was silence? I don't think there was, because everybody was just so behind Jordan Lee. And this is one of the... But the thing is, as much as I love Jordan Lee, I like Anonymous too.
You're weird.
Yeah, but it's hard because the bad guy plays such a good part, and I love the whole heel thing.
I like goodies and buddies. Like Drew, I like Drewy.
Yeah, no, come on, focus. Yeah, anyway, they're outside the ring, and he's, like I say, he's trying to get his mask off. Everyone's behind Jordan at this point. They get back in the ring, and Anonymous goes to smack Jordan, but Jordan moves out of the way, and instead he ends up hitting the mat really, really hard, and hurts his hand. But they did a lot of kicking to each other, a lot of very good technical moves. Two wrestlers, again, a bit like what we were saying about Jamie and Xander. To be honest, not sure how old Anonymous is because he's got a mask on. I've got a feeling he isn't too old. But again, Jordan, happy birthday, Jordan. It was your birthday, just turned 16.
The day before.
So again, it's...
On the 19th, happy birthday.
Again, lots of young talent really showing us how good in the future these guys are going to be amazing, and these two are no exception. Yeah, audience shouting all the way through. I had my phone, I was doing voice commentary, which is why I'm a bit vague on this match, because I can't hear myself talking because everyone around me was shouting so much that I can hardly hear what I was saying on this video, which, and when you've got a brain like mine, you've got to have something like this. I have a technical advisor, who's Luke, who said that we had a pump handle drop, which we think Anonymous did on Jordan. Not 100% sure, sorry. But that was an amazing move, and I couldn't believe this move. It was like, for these guys to do that is amazing.
Well, he did.
Excuse me.
What's he called?
I don't know.
Ring announcer.
Kyle.
Kyle, that's it. Kyle did say they were one of the two of the toughest men.
Yeah, he was excited to announce the match, wasn't he, because of who it was. And then the audience all shouting, finish him to Jordan. So Jordan gives it this. Goes to finish him, and Anonymous turns it around and gets the count of 3. Not to the audience's pleasure, but like I say, certainly it was a very, very good match. Two very gifted athletes. Keep watching because, again, like some of the others we've mentioned, these guys are going to go far. And I've talked about how much I like Anonymous and Purge, but on to Jordan Lee. He has got such a great in-ring presence and character. That craziness that he brings, I hope he keeps that, because that is just, it's very unique to him, and he pulls it off so well. So well done both of you guys. amazing, amazing match. Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
Buy the t-shirts.
In our favourite rocket ship going through the skies.
Right, we're finally on to match 4, and it is Skittles versus Azrael, and he is accompanied to the ring by Evelyn, the 3rd member of the Fallen. Evelyn, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
He-Man.
It was He-Man, but she's now called Evil-in.
Evelyn.
And Evelyn, rather. And yeah, she didn't appear with Stryker, strangely, but she is the 3rd member of the Fallen. And yes, again, another really good match.
Yeah.
From, well, I'd say 2 young upstarts. I'm not sure how old Skittles is. But yeah, Skittles seems to be quite the fan favourite, dishing out Skittles, in fact, to the crowd. So it's always, yeah, it's always a good way to get the fans on your side. So, how did the match start?
Skittles has been through a lot in Aspire before, so he's taken on Rourke. And I don't know why I have brought that up, but he's taken on Rourke.
Taken on Rourke several times. He had quite a storied rivalry. He's also been in contention for the Aspire Wrestling Championship as well, having a match against Ronan, which was, again, really good. This guy's got a lot of talent bring to Aspire.
Now, I can remember about this match, there was this one point where Azrael, he rolled out the ring and Evelyn ran over to check if he was okay. And now Skittles, he was in the ring and them two were together and he went against the ropes and he went through the middle rope but not actually out to the outside, so he was suicide dive. He shouted it and he moved out of the way really quick.
He's caught himself on the ropes.
Yes. The only notes I've got on this match was the finisher.
Right, so
Can't get tea bag.
yeah, there was a little bit of tea time involved in this match as well. It was in fact tea time. How to describe that move? Basically, Skittles wears a kilt and he just drops down to his knees and puts the kilt over the top of his opponent. So I'll leave you to fill in the gaps with that one.
That's the pain bow.
That's the pain
Is that the pain bow?
Tea times.
The tea times, the
runs in and we don't want to know.
Side, the face.
oh, it's a Bronco Buster. Right. Okay. Well, both involve a lot of teabag, and you know, it's really easy to get confused between though. But yes, Azrael did taste the pain bow several times during the match. But the match finishes when.
So Stryker, he came out and he held Skittles. Evelyn distracted the referee on the other side of the ring, came out and held Skittles so Azrael could punch him, but instead Skittles moved out of the way and he was on the floor having a bit of respite time. Azrael punched Stryker and Stryker came falling like one of the faces fell backwards and he managed to catch himself before went down, so that was pretty good. And then
So yeah, Azrael accidentally caught Stryker in the distraction that was caused. Azrael couldn't believe that he'd missed Skittles and hit his own tag team partner. At this point it was Skittles who got the win with the roll up from the distraction. Your winner in this match is Skittles. Again, really good match, really entertained by this one. Very unique characters as well. They do a lot of really good characterization over in Aspire Wrestling with the wrestlers, and it pays off. It really does. You get really behind the wrestlers in those shows, whether they're face or heel, and yeah, it's just really easy to enjoy the matches. And I've got to say as well, they're all really welcoming, like a big family. I've only started watching Aspire not long ago, and yeah, feel really welcome whenever I go to a show, and very much involved as a member of the crowd, which is always good in wrestling.
Next match. So this is Ronan, the Scourge, the champion of Aspire, versus Lewis. Have we seen Lewis before?
Yeah.
I think we have, haven't we?
He was in the Battle Royale.
He was in the Battle Royale. It's not a face I'm overly familiar with, but I'm sure that'll change. Because, like Luke said earlier, you know, Aspire's quite new to us. But yeah, if you want to learn to be a wrestler, bit of a plug here. If you want to learn to be a wrestler, they do so many training classes. They do on a Tuesday. They do a fitness class, which is open to everybody. A promo class on a Tuesday after the fitness class, which I go to, which is awesome. And kids classes. They do loads of kids classes. So if you've got young kids wanting to have a go, my daughter again goes to this. It's absolutely fantastic, and like Luke says, make you feel so welcome. And they're such a friendly bunch, aren't they? Even the baddies. Shh, didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Well, you just did.
I didn't say that. So anyway, yeah. So Lewis, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of Lewis, because he was very, very good, wasn't he? He was really good. So we've got, like I say, we've got Ronan, the Scourge Ronan against Lewis. Pretty much going round the ring as Ronan does, showing his dominance in Aspire, and why he is the champion. I think trying to intimidate Paul Mayland just a little bit, because for one of the next main events coming up, you've got this feud that's been going on for a long time, haven't you? Paul Mayland and Ronan. You know, Ronan's just out there attacking everybody at the minute. He's attacked Kyle Gibson. He's attacked
The ring announcer.
But that happened later on.
The referee.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, he's just going on this attacking spree. Just basically showing Paul Mayland, don't mess with me. So anyway, this match. So Lewis, you know, he drop kicks Ronan, tries to get a count of 3, but far too early in the match. Ronan, far too powerful, kicks out. Not worn him down enough yet. You know, this is a big guy. You've got to wear him down. But I think Ronan thinks, do you know what? I'm better than this. I don't need to do this match. I'm the champion. Gets out the ring and goes to walk off, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Look at him looking at my notes.
It's because I got voice memos notes and I can't
just sit with your voice memo going, this is what happened.
Yeah, we had running commentary and I'm not my notes.
No, don't stop taking it away. Right, so Ronan leaves the ring anyway.
Yeah,
basically.
Ronan leaves the ring.
You know, he's far too important for this. You know, he's after Mayland. So he goes to walk off, but Lewis is like, nah, get back in here. Goes out, grabs Ronan, and the feud starts around the audience. They come past us, they go to the back and start fighting there, go round. So then Ronan, he goes, slams Lewis's head into the mat and lines him up on the turnbuckle. He's about to smash into him. Lewis moves. Ronan full on smacks the metal turnbuckle. The noise that makes when knuckles hit a turnbuckle, you know that's going to hurt.
Sounds like a bell, but like a high-pitched bell.
A high-pitched bell, it sounds like. So yeah, they then get into the ring. Ronan slams Lewis onto the floor. Then he attacks his left arm. Then picks him up for an abdominal Say that word. Abdominal. Say the word for me, Luke. I can't say it.
Isn't it?
No, the thingy stretch.
Abdominal stretch.
That's what he said.
Abdominal stretch.
Thank you. I can't say that word. I've just figured it out. I can't say that. I've never had to say that before. Abdominal. Abdominal. Is that it?
Abdominal. Abdominal.
He stretches his stomach. But
that's always painful.
Well, I guess it is painful if you think you're being stretched in this like that. But not only that, ref, this did not happen. Close your ears, close your eyes. Did not happen. Ronan grabs hold of the rope to get that extra leverage or leverage. I don't know which is our term, the American term.
The ref called him.
Well, no, I like a heel. I really do like a heel, and I think they are so much more fun. Which is why you do often hear me and Luke shouting for the bad guys. So apologies to all you faces out there. Nothing personal. We're just like cheering for the bad guys.
So that's not around.
Yeah, I am a lot of people's only number one. I am a lot of people's only fan because there's not many people out there that go for bad guys.
David DeVille.
David DeVille. Yeah. I'm getting a T-shirt that says that. So,
I'm pretty sure.
Probably won't. So, and then a bit later on, then I think Lewis did the Hurricanrana on Ronan, which I love that move. I think that is an absolutely fantastic, energetic move. It's, but this is two young, energetic guys that can pull these kind of moves off. Then Lewis clotheslined Ronan to the floor. So at this point, Lewis is actually dominating Ronan, which is not going down very well at all because this is your champion, guys. Yeah, he then goes for the pin and he only gets 2. And I don't know if this is a technical term, this is the one we've called it. Ronan then goes for the fireman's carry onto a powerbomb, which when you hear my commentary on the video, I'm just like, oh my goodness, that was amazing! Which it was. It was an amazing move, wasn't it?
From that to that.
The strength to do something like that was pretty awesome.
It's like when they have them in a powerbomb position and turn it into an RKO.
In a what?
Powerbomb position and they turn it into an RKO.
There you go, look. You see, this is why I do these videos with people, because I don't know technical terms. These do. I just tell you sort of layman's terms. But this is now Ronan's chance to pin Lewis and to show Paul Malin, this is what you're going to face, mate. So he pins Lewis, and clearly he was going to get the count of 3, but he did an amazing heel move, and he grabbed him by the hair and pulled him up. He's like, nah, we are going to have some more fun. So they did. I think at this point, actually, sorry, I'd missed Ronan flying off the top rope onto him at this point. Did the same again. Top rope, splashes off onto Lewis, but this time he's like, yeah, you've had enough, mate. I've done with you. Got the count of 3, which, Ronan still the champion. So should I say the Scourge? Ronan still aspires Wrestling Alliance's champion. And will it be that way when he fights Paul Malin in a few weeks?
You never know.
You don't indeed.
This is at Destined for Glory 2. Paul Malin won the championship, but then Neil, the referee, he said he was a ref in that match, and there was a different ref come out and do the count. So obviously Ronan still got his championship belt under demand of Neil.
Yep, and again, when you go to these matches and you see how incredible these wrestlers are, and if you're even tempted with thinking about wrestling, your trainers at this, you've got Paul Malin. Paul Malin was House of Pain champion till recently, wasn't he? Till recently. Probably your soon to be Aspire champion. You have Ronan, who's a trainer. you know, Aspire champion.
Occasionally Jordan Lee pops by.
Occasionally you'll have Jordan Lee. You get, I mean, El Desvalido. How amazing is El Desvalido? High flying, you know, so fast. He is one of the trainers there. So, you know, you're not getting trained by somebody that's only sort of just getting the first few moves themselves. You're getting trained by professional, amazing athletes. You know, just go onto their Facebook page. It's all there. But yeah, an amazing match by Ronan and Lewis. Look forward to seeing Lewis a bit more. He was good. And we'll see what happens at when, what's it? Just pause it.
On February the 10th, This Means War.
Thank you, that's what I was after. See? Yes, so we'll see what happens at This Means War, when the two giants will clash and devastation will take place.
In a 2 out of 3 falls.
Bye bye.
So your 5th match of the evening was a women's match. And we had newcomer, or not newcomer.
Yes,
but,
newcomer.
Yeah, she's wrestled at the Aspire Fun Days before.
Yeah, but never at one of the main
newcomer,
shows.
Cherry Sky versus Harley Harris.
Yeah, this is like you say, Cherry Sky's debut at a main event, one of the main shows for Aspire. And talking of the word Aspire, I think you have to really use that word with Cherry Sky, because she is somebody that can inspire a lot of people. Certainly me, you know. She when she was younger, I know she won't mind us going into this because I know she's done news reports, and there's also a magazine at the moment with this particular story in. When she was younger, well, she weighed quite a bit more. I don't really want to put her weight on. You know, I don't like saying weights because I wouldn't want somebody to say what weight I am. But so yeah, she did incredible, and she lost a lot of weight. She lost about 7 stone, and she's I think she wants to lose another stone to get to where she wants to be. But this girl lost like 7 stone. She wanted to be a wrestler, and this was her dream. You know, she just ate better, exercised more, which is what you do when you want to lose weight. You know, there's all these fad diets out there, but she worked so hard and trained so hard that she walked through the wrestling doors and never looked back. So, and she is such a lovely person as well, isn't she, Cherry Sky is? You know, so she's brilliant with the kids. She's normally there on at the training as well. So if you go to the training, you'll see Cherry working very hard. She does work ridiculously hard at the fitness training. I've got to get back to this because it's Pantorama at the minute, but you know, it's at the fitness training. We're outside. There's myself and Scarlett Page, who I'm sure you all know, and Lynn, who helps. We do the sort of kind of not easier because it's still very hard fitness routine that Paul Malin puts us through. But Cherry Sky is in the ring with the boys doing their tough workout, and she, you know, she keeps up. She's as tough as some of them boys in there. So I think Cherry, talk about aspire and aspiring people, just what you've done is going to inspire a lot of people out there. So yeah, her first match, like I say, against Harley Harris, who we've seen a few times in other promotions. Yeah. So quite surprised that Cherry Sky's first match is against a sort of a known name in wrestling, from other promotions, you know, not just specifically to Aspire. She does others.
Just to mention, she is your House of Pain Women's Champion as well.
She is House of Pain Women's Champion, and this is Cherry Sky's first match. Yeah. You see, so you know, it's an amazing match. So yeah, it's like you say, it's a first match. So you know, it was fantastic. Yeah. You know, for her first match to do what she did, to go out there. You know, it was that they had a lot of technical moves. They had a lot of. They were both fast. You know, they were both very athletic, fit. I mean, we are sort of running out a little bit of time, so apologies. We can't really go into this into a lot of detail really now, can we? Because we've run out with so much time.
It is.
Well, it doesn't matter what time.
9.
Yes. Timekeeper.
At night.
So, but yeah, the end of all this, again, as you know, aspiring people, Cherry Sky, she gets the count of 3, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She actually wins her first match against a women's champion for another promotion. How amazingly awesome is that? She did so well. So proud of her.
Now,
well done, Cherry.
After the end of this match, I didn't take too much notice of this, but I noticed Striker, Arizal, whatever your name is, and
Estella. No.
Estella,
Striker,
and Evelyn. They all
Azriel, and Evelyn.
And Evelyn, they all came out and surrounded the ring, and there was only one way to escape, but they would have caught her. So she just stayed in the ring.
So yeah, she looked very intimidated. You know, you've got Evelyn, you know, she's branded herself as a witch. She's very scary, Evelyn is, isn't she? Well, and then, like you say, you've got Striker and Azriel. Sorry?
I've never seen her wrestle before.
No.
Good to see them two go head to head.
It would be great. I'd like to see Evelyn and Cherry Sky against each other.
If the person who puts the matches together is watching this, then
that's Scarlett. Have a chat with Scarlett and Paul.
So get Scarlett and Paul to watch us, see if they can put a match together.
Put a match together. Well, funnily you say that, because when after that happened, you got a Skittles, and Arthur Kane came out to be on to help Cherry Sky, because you know, she's only just learnt how to wrestle. She's in there doing her first match, and she gets surrounded by these wrestlers that's been doing it for a while. So yeah, you're going to feel a bit nervous, intimidated. But yeah, and then she gets, like I say, Arthur Kane and Skittles come in to assist her. So even up the score. So you're on about having Cherry Sky and Evelyn in a match. Where do you think this is going, do you think?
Probably a 6-man tag.
I think it might be. 6-person tag.
Yes. No, 4 people, 2 women tag.
4 people, 2 women?
4 men! 4 people, aren't there? It could be anyone.
Break down the barriers.
It could be Donald Trump and Barack Obama.
Let's be politically correct here. It's a 6-person tag match.
Or a 4-man and 2-lady tag match, if you want to do it that way.
So yeah, I think let's cut all that out, because that was just rubbish.
No, it wasn't.
So I think, like you say, you know, a 6-person match is going to happen here. Tag match is going to happen. This means war. Could it be happening there? You know, or it looks like a war that's going to start. So this does mean war. So it's building nicely into a lovely storyline with everything that's happening into future events. And it's nice to follow, because it's nice to see a storyline evolve and see where it's going to take us. So we'll see where this is going to take us. But well done, Cherry Sky, for your debut. Now we're done.
I'm going to stop making merch. Don't know why.
You have to design them first. Anyway, after all that politicalness, made me feel we've got the final match.
Yes.
So your final match of the evening is your main event, and it is for the Aspire Wrestling Alliance Tag Team Championships. It is Border Patrol, who are the challengers to martial law, who are the first ever Aspire Wrestling Alliance champions.
Now, great. I can kind of think.
Yeah. There was some people in this match.
Yes. 4 men. No woman. No woman.
4 people.
4 people. Barack Obama.
Hang on, you being...
Why are we going on the politics?
Equality for all.
You're not being politically correct now. Who's to say that people? It might be aliens. Don't discriminate against aliens.
We're not being politically.
It's true.
Okay. So we've got two
Bam Bam
aliens.
Barton does look a bit like an alien, to be fair. Like Kang and Kodos.
Oh, the whistle thing.
Oh yes. So pretty much these kids, Xander Palmer gave a whistle to a kid.
Oh.
He was blowing it non-stop
All the way through.
night. Now, I think it was Marcus Huddle, Bam Bam. He went and stole the whistle off them and put it in the roof.
Yeah, to hide it away from the child.
But then, Desvalido,
Off a distraction.
he went and we were having team talk in the corner, Bam Bam and Marcus. Desvalido, he went and jumped up and got it and chucked it back to the kid.
And I've got to say, I'm with Bam Bam on this one.
Yes.
The whistle needs to stay in the roof. Because that whistle was
Maybe just-
annoying.
Maybe just on the roof, not in the roof.
Just chuck it up there. We thought we were going to get a whistle on a pole match. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. If it was WCW back in the 90s, that would have happened. Vince Russo booking. Anyway, so there was a match.
And that was it. That was the match.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were too busy watching the match to take many notes. But
So
both teams were really, really good, and this one had tremendous chemistry. It was, in fact, a repeat of the finals of the Tag Team Championship tournament. So you know you was going to get a good match out of this one.
Desvalido managed to do his finisher again.
Yeah, Border Patrol were on top.
Bam Bam Barton. And then Desvalido pinned Bam Bam, and Marcus Hull came diving in with the Tag Team Championship and hit El Desvalido with the championship.
With the championship, breaking up the pin. The referee saw everything. There was no attempt to try and cover up from the referee. Of course, this meant that Border Patrol did win the match, but under the rules of a championship match, the championships cannot change hands via a disqualification. So your winners in this match are Border Patrol. I do believe that makes both teams one apiece in their sort of feud for the Tag Team Championships, with Martial Law retaining the championships by losing, basically. It's a funny rule, but it's always been there in professional wrestling. So your winners again are Border Patrol, Michael Rothrock and El Desvalido, and of course Martial Law taking the cheap way out.
So, now that was the end of the show, unfortunately.
It's been a long night.
He was talking to everyone about the next show. Paul, Raylan and Ronan are going to go head to head for the belt. And he went, so we all know who's going to win, and everyone was chanting, Raylan, Raylan.
Raylan.
Then Ronan comes out and attacks the ring announcer, chucks him in the ring. Then Kyle Gibson came out and tried to break up Ronan from hitting the ring announcer. Then Ronan hit Kyle Gibson, and in comes Mr. Malin to save the day. But then Ronan gets on top of Malin and does 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. Three. I'm going to put it there because you can't see my face. Frog splashes off off the top rope onto Paul.
Yeah, injuring Paul Malin. There was 2 to the front and 1 to the back, taking out Paul Malin's ribs in the process. At this point, a load of wrestlers spill out from the dressing room to try and put some more manpower in between Ronan and Paul Malin, and they do succeed. Ronan then does retreat to the back as the other wrestlers help Paul Malin out of the ring, and we were just sort of sat around at this point because we expect a big finish. And that was the big finish. That was it. There was no talking afterwards. There's usually a bit of a plug for the next show and things like that. But everyone just seemed a bit like, "Whoa, is that the end of it?" And it was.
Yeah. What a way to end the show.
It was a fantastic way to end the show and a great way to continue the feud between Ronan and Paul Malin. So your winner in this match once again is Border Patrol, and going forward into This Means War, we have an attack from Ronan staking his claim to that championship over Paul Malin in Aspire Wrestling.
Now, after the show, after everyone had gone, pretty much it was on Ronan's Instagram and Facebook. I'm not sure about Twitter. I've got Twitter, but I don't check it that often. Twitter, and pretty much Ronan, after the show, Paul Malin said he's alright to walk by himself. So as he was walking down the corridor, Ronan came out and hit him with the tattered belt and kept attacking Malin after the show.
After the show, and into the back as well, into the dressing room, there was an attack later, an exclusive video on Aspire Wrestling Alliance on Facebook, so go and check that out. I will put a link in the description below, and it's quite a devastating video. They're continuing the attack, making sure that Paul Malin is not going to be 100% for their match at This Means War.
So on a personal note, I'm back. We've got Martin, we don't have TJ, and we've got Luke, because we're going to do our own plug. Sorry, but it is Cheap Shot Entertainment site.
It wouldn't be Cheap Shot Entertainment without a cheap plug.
Exactly. So, Wingroves Community Centre, if you are in the area, there are quite a lot of us, so with us three and TJ included, that do a pantomime every year. And we have tickets left if anybody would like to come and see Humpty Dumpty, starring Jack from Jack and Jill,
Me,
Dr. Foster,
old
woman who lives in a shoe.
Emphasis on old.
Old woman, honestly. You hit your 40s and that's it, you get stereotyped. So the show dates, we've got Wednesday the 20th of February running through to Saturday the 23rd of February, 7:30 every night. Saturday we have a matinee at 2:30. Tickets are £5 for adults, £3.50 for children. And if you would like these, I'm not going to do a phone number.
No,
if you would like these,
get in contact.
If you want to contact, Luke's on Facebook.
Contact is on Cheap Shot Entertainment, and we'll private message you the number so you can get tickets for it. And incidentally, there's not many left for the Saturday matinee.
The Saturday matinee, I think there's 2 left. There's still quite a few for the others, which is amazing. They've normally sold out by now. So if you would like to come and watch Cheap Shot Entertainment make fools of themselves on stage, be there.
And that is everything eventually that happened at the Aspire Wrestling Alliance show on the 19th of January at the Kirk Hallam Community Centre. It was a great show to go and watch. My first live wrestling of 2019.
Yes,
took 19 days in 2019 for me to watch any live wrestling, which is crazy. But yeah, great show. If you like the video, please give us a subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, subscription and all that kind of stuff, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook to get your fill of Cheap Shot Entertainment.
Also, make sure to get your merch
at spreadshirt.co.uk. So that is it from us. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you share it with your friends and leave us comments down below as well. Once again, I have been your host, Luke. This has been...
Shall I go for the Zuzzy Z?
I think you already have.
We've gone for the Zuzzy Z.
And we've had...
Me.
Martin, and TJ, who is absent.
Apparently Roblox is more important.
Here, this one here, the front. I'm guessing that's Tammy, because...
I will apologise in advance for the fact that Luke did a video for us to buy, which probably was 20 minutes long. We've got involved and it will probably be an hour long.
We've been here since 6 o'clock.
And it's 9:30.
Good times!
We did have dinner.
We did. We had dinner in between.
Many apologies.
Sorry, probably was like more.
Actually, we don't apologise. You love it. You are the Cheap Shot Nation.
Yeah.
We are Cheap Shot Entertainment, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Swerve.
Swerve.